All right, I'm doing character creation here. These are my characters. What I'm going to do is start this new page. I got Brad, one of my other characters. I'm going to bring him over from my other sheet. I'm going to make a new character here. Just bring him down to the drawing layer, the ink layer that I have for him. Actually, I think I brought him to the sketch layer because, I like doing sketches with sketches and it kind of helps me see the shapes. So now I'm trying to figure out the height and compare. I'm going to do this female character, Ashley. I'm going to start off with a circle, just trying to find it. I like doing lots of lines, lots of different lines, just to kind of help me see it. I go back. I bring in Frank. She's going to also work at the at the Waffle home. So we bring in Frank just to kind of compare the height to him as well. She's pretty short. So here I go. I'm trying to figure out something. I'm seeing a face. I start to see some shapes. I'm making triangles, going back to basic shapes, trying to figure out what makes her kind of unique. She's bouncy. She does some kind of sort of dancing at night, so she has this sexiness to her. So we're trying to find where that is. And suddenly I'm starting to see, okay, there's a face. Basic shapes. It's looking pretty good. I'm going in there, just trying to find what her expression is. What is the thing that kind of brings her to life a little bit. I start drawing some stuff, just playing around with different spacing for her eyes, her eyebrows, her nose. I'm not being really precise with this. I'm being super loose. I'm just trying to figure out stuff. Cute ear, yeah. Girls have cute ears, and I think about that. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing? Put on my mask because it's quarantine time. I'm finding something though. Yeah, and then I'm starting to see her face come in a little bit. And I'm starting to see that's kind of how I see her in my head. That she has a bit of the energy. That expression isn't doing anything for me. I'm probably going to change it here later. And I'm looking pretty good. I'm dancing. I'm having a good time because drawing's fun. I'm drinking too because, it's a party. And let's see here. Yeah, we're sketching some more. I'm trying to figure out the body. Now, the faces and stuff is relatively fun for me, but I cannot draw female bodies, and I think a lot of people have an issue with this. So I'm going back to the basics. I'm finding shapes in 3D. I'm just trying to figure out how she stands, how flesh would hang from her, her breast. And I'm seeing all these different things, and I'm not liking anything I'm doing. I'm starting over. Second try is even worse. This is this is garbage. I keep going down this route, and I'm seeing something's wrong. Obviously we're doing this disproportional body head thing for the characters. I bring up a reference here, and I'm starting to see. Okay, I was pretty close, and the only thing was wrong was I'm just getting my perspective wrong a bit. So then for what the pose I want her to do. So she has her back arch and she's kind of doing this sexy Miss America pose. Inherently, I think, also her body was a bit too big. I think I got overzealous with her chest or whatever. So then I had to scale that back. And I keep going forward with this. And then I realized body is too big. Let's make it smaller. Um, the power of digital art tools, right? And so then I'm trying to reposition it. I'm seeing in my head, where does it go? Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me get around there. I'm trying to figure out what I should do with her mouth. I find a couple different things. Then I find these lips that kind of remind me of Miss Flintstone, but whatever. Um, I come back here. I'm drawing on my line. I'm trying to find a curve of her body because the weight distribution in this pose is really strange. And then I'm realizing that the balance and the pose is way off. Obviously, this is looking really lopsided. She needs to look sturdy, and she's looking not sturdy in this. And then I'm like, how do I fix this? What do I do? I'm going over and over again, and this is what's taking me most of the time in the sketching portion. But this is character creation, so you just gotta find it. No one's telling you where the line is. You just kind of gotta remember some of the basic stuff and remember anatomy, remember balance and remember, your shape languages that you're using for whatever. And then I'm starting to find it. Okay. Just gotta put it back. Okay. Yeah, there. She still needs to probably arch her back more for this pose to work. But I'm starting to see what I think is a pose. Still not good. Still trying to figure it out. Yeah, that wasn't turning out well. I realized that okay, the back has to go back. This has to go this way. That has to go that way. my yeah, everything is off. Drawing is hard. I want to quit. And then oh wait, I think I see something. Oh, okay. I think that works. I'm starting to see the balance. I'm realizing the leg is too short, too stubby, but she has stubbier legs. I'm trying to. How can you still have the? She has stubbier legs. How can you still have the stubby leg and also look strong? I got too overzealous with her heels again. I can't draw hands or feet. Uh, don't care. I know if I take enough time doing it, I will draw it. Just gotta use my mind and it will be drawn at some point if I just keep pressing it. But I knew that if I spent 2 hours trying to figure it out, I'd waste all the time of the juice of creating something original. Realizing here that she's too short, even though I'm making her short, my pose is starting to look good and I'm starting to like the line. But then I'm realizing that needs to come down a bit. I'm checking the hip line. I'm checking it back and forth because mirror image will reveal all you need to see. Checking it, that needs to come in. I'm like, oh, that's better. I'm starting to see it. I flipped it because I need to see why is it still not balanced. At all. It's just she's doing something weird. Is it because where it's laying out of her head? Then I just try to eliminate the head, and maybe I'm just looking at the body. And if I'm just looking at the body, it should find a balanced structure. But that's what we're trying to do here. I'm trying to find a balanced structure so I can actually make a good drawing. This is not the drawing. This is the thing I trace. But I have to create the trace lines. And so I just have to keep using my mind and think, what is it? Is it that her knee isn't high enough? Is it that her leg needs to come back? Maybe I should go back to the structure of the mannequin here. But instead of doing that, I really don't even want to use references. I'm trying to really pull this stuff out of my head. And for the most part, I could do the face as well, and the body stuff is, guys' bodies I've been drawing my whole life, but this, I didn't draw a lot of girls. I thought dudes who just drew a bunch of girls were like, oh, look at me draw a bunch of girls. So I just never drew that. But yeah, it's a great skill to have because they're incredibly hard to, to get. But this is about where it ends. I think at this point I'm like, okay, there's some structure to it. It's not the worst. She's almost balanced. And I think I caved in and called it a day right here for the sketch. And actually, I think that ended up working really well with the apron. So that's how it goes. Peace.